let's just get after it. This is gonna be an insane little series. We got a week to get lost in Arkansas. We're gonna go deep in the woods, find some fish, find some amazing places to camp out, do some off-roading. We've got a 5-hour drive ahead of us, and we're rolling out. For you, buddy. So we've made it. First night in the wilderness. There's no going back now. We are in the woods. We got 1 tank of gas, 20 liters of water, cooler full of food, a wiener dog, which honestly just slows us down even more, but she's gonna come into play, and plenty of equipment, hopefully, to get us through a week's worth of camping in the woods. I've never been here before. I've never been to Arkansas, really, so this is gonna be exciting. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, survival. Good morning, you beautiful Jeets. Welcome to the woods. This is where we're gonna be living for the next 6 or 7 days. We're in the woods and there's no going back. We're stuck here. We've got a whole tank of gas, 20 liters of water, and then a cooler that's full of some food. We're gonna have to scrounge up our own meals from time to time this trip, but it's gonna be fun. This is my attempt to just get out there and get lost. I'm with Lucky, I'm with Bryant, and we're gonna get the day kicked off with some good old breakfast. Just gotta build a fire first. Do you have a lighter, do you?
No, I don't. Did you not get one at the gas station?
Oh, man, I got a lighter. You got me a lighter?
You got a lighter, bud?
Hey.
Who's this guy? What the hell? Hey, how's it going, bud?
Good to see you. Are you John B?
Were you in the woods the whole time with the lighter? That's a little creepy. I failed to mention that our buddy Lawson is also gonna be here. He flew down from Florida to Texas late last night, and we hopped in the car and drove all the way to Arkansas. It's about a 4-hour drive. So we're 4 hours away from home right now. We are in Wichita National Forest, stuck, like literally in the middle of nowhere. We got here at 1 a.m. last night. It was an absolute grind. And the whole purpose and point of this trip is to, like I said, get lost, do some fishing, do some hiking, do some off-roading, and see what we can see out here in the wilderness. First, we gotta get some brekkie. We have a friend with us. His name is Sticky. You're a stick bug. Where the hell did you even come from? I look over on my shoulder and you're just there. You're pretty chilled, honestly. This is the weirdest tree I've ever been on, though. It's moving a lot. He's like, this tree is really soft and fleshy like. What kind of birch is this? It's a John birch, buddy. That's what kind of tree it is. You're on a John birch.
Would that be your name if you were like a outdoors hippie guy?
Yeah.
John Birch instead of John B?
It's okay, bud. But he's full defense mode right now.
That's so crazy.
Ah, don't go in the fire, bud. That's big. That's big. Earlier, a small green stick bug landed on me, and I thought that was pretty cool until I saw the megalodon of all stick bugs. This guy's sick. That'll do. That'll cook nicely.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we're starting off the day with some wild sparrow's eggs. We found these in the tree this morning. This whole trip is all about roughing it, you know. We harvest our food from the woods, and we eat only what Mother Nature provides for us. So, yeah, I found some nice eggs up in the tree. A little bit big for a sparrow, honestly.
Healthy sparrow.
You don't think it's a bald eagle, do you?
Maybe an owl.
Could be an owl egg. I think these are owl eggs. So we're gonna have owl egg scramblers with some deer sausage.
I processed the sausage this morning.
Yeah,
and I did it, and then.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what we're gonna eat. We got 3 guys here and a pup, so we're gonna eat a ton of food this trip. I will admit, we are gonna start off with some groceries that we bought. Yes, I know that's not very camping survival-like of us, but throughout this trip, we're slowly gonna run out of resources, including water and food. So we're gonna have to get our own grub here in the next few days. But we'll get started with this. You got another sticky. He's got another sticky.
One inside my boot.
Psycho. Oh, that's really hot. are getting out of here. This was the first night in Wichita National Forest. Big fat check mark. We're gonna go see what else this place has to offer. Find some creeks, find some smallmouth, and just do some fishing. Welcome to Wichita National Forest. I had no idea this existed until like 2 weeks ago. We're on the scenic right now, driving along this amazing, immaculate ridgeline that just goes straight across the National Forest. I thought I'd take a moment to show you guys how epic this is. I cannot believe we're in Arkansas. I feel like we're somewhere in the lower end of the mountain range in Colorado. It's just so crazy. You've got this beautiful haze, freaking sunlight beating down on us. If the fishing sucks today, at the very least, we're getting some juicy views. It's pretty windy up here too. I don't even feel like we're in Arkansas. This is so weird. Woke up this morning in the woods. That was incredible. The journey starts here. We're now gonna drive down this road and hopefully it dumps out to some pretty amazing waterfalls, some cool creeks, so we can track down and then locate some smallie jaws. Do you want to go fishing? Let's go find some smallies. Do you want to go find some smallies? This is how lush this place is. There's water coming straight out of the hillside, like right there. It's almost like nature's faucet. Just turned it straight on.
This is so crazy. It's turned from like being in the mountains or like it's Iceland, and now it's like
we're
a jungle.
In a canopy. Yeah. So we're on the smallmouth mission. It's officially happened. As you can see, I'm full smallie mode right now. I got my my high school track shorts on, and of course the Creek Smallie shoes. I got the rigged rod ready to go, and we're gonna start downstream a bit and work our way up to the waterfalls and look for the fish. She apparently likes the water here. Hopefully that's not poisonous. Yeah, I'll be alright. It's actually probably pretty clean. It's probably some of the cleanest water you can drink. See, there's one just willing to shoot out. There's one right there. Smallmouth right there. Come on, come after it. He's right there. It's not a terrible one. Like for this creek, little one's got it. But he's on. Well, I'm hooked up to a smallmouth right now. Lawson's going for a much bigger one. I was trying to catch that big one, but this little guy swooped in and grabbed it, and I think I'm still hooked up to him actually. There he is, right there. Look at that. There we go, first smallie of the day. They look kind of interesting in this creek. They're not as colored out as like what you'd expect a smallmouth to look like really tiny, bronzy dots. His dorsal's got spots on it too. Really cool looking fish. This is a small creek. It's very low right now, so I don't expect to come here and rake on some 6 and 7 pound St. Clair smallmouth, but it is cool to get out here and experience Arkansas creek smallmouth fishing. Back, my little smallie goes. You little bugger, you put up a nasty fight. You put me on a rock and everything, like a little GT. Okay, we made it to the waterfalls. This looks so sick. Like if I don't catch a smallmouth out of these waterfalls, I'm gonna be just shocked, because this looks perfect. Ooh, there's shad right down below me. That's dope. Sucker right there. Green sunfish right there. That's actually a pumpkin seed. Smallmouth right here, right in front of me, right in front of my feet. Right with the sucker. The sucker is kicking up the shit, and then the smallmouth is eating it. It's craziness. That's a nice one right here. Hooked up. Got one. Smallmouth on. Waterfall smallie. That's so cool, dude. Not a bad one either. Way, way bigger than my first one. Look how dark this guy is. Wow, sick looking colors. We're now fishing the spot in which we wanted to. The waterfall. There's one right there, and then just above that waterfall is another one. Cast right below it, and out comes an Arkansas smallmouth. Really cool looking fish, man. Nice. This is definitely not a big fish spot. These fish are fierce. Check that guy out. Sick. This is what we came here for. Small creeks and aggressive smallies. Oh, nice. Well, there he goes. They're so aggressive. It's still like I've been fishing for smallmouth my whole life, and it still amazes me how a fish that big has that much fierceness in them. Take a few more casts. That was only my first cast right on the riffles. gnarly. Jeez, you're okay. You don't have to swim. Lucky, what are you doing? You're not even in the water. Why are you paddling? What are you doing? This spot looks so sick. Come on, there we go. Another smallmouth. Oh, he came off. Damn it, that was a good one. Come on. They are so thick in here. This waterfall is like the most productive spot this entire creek. We literally walked down like a half mile of this creek and found maybe 3 or 4 catchable smallmouth, but right at the base of this waterfall, it's just loaded. Freaking loaded. Haha, you. Had another one. Holy smokes, they are teeming. Teeming. There's one right there. There's one literally right there. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was so crazy. Like, just gobbled it. You are too small to be eating a Ned rig that big. There we go, that's a good one. That one's not bad. Whoa, this one's cool looking. He's got some pattern to him. It's a micro smallie crush fest out on this waterfall. Unbelievable. It's crazy how you can just change spots in a body of water and just find them like that. It's wild, bro. Long and lean. I can like see him swimming down there. It's crazy. They're not even on the bottom. They're just hanging out. I've actually really never seen smallmouth behavior like this in creeks where they're just like suspended, don't even really know what they're doing. I don't even know what they're doing. Right in the white water. Let that thing sink. Pop it a few times. That was a good one. Did you see that? That rod bent. There is like a 2-pounder down there. I guarantee it. I guarantee there's a nice one just chilling. Guarantee it. Put my money on it. That's a decent one. That's a decent one. Oh, buddy. No, 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 no. Don't do it. 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 Come on. Come over here. That's a decent one. Yes. That's a little butterball. Substantially bigger. You guys, I have not moved. My feet have stayed planted in this little zone. Every single cast, I'm getting bit. And they're getting bigger too. I was just telling Bryant, I gotta believe there's like a 2-pounder down there. There's gotta be a solid one down there. Although that one is not too bad. Nice little fat gut on him. Craw eater for sure. What do you think, Scooter? It's a nice smallmouth. She doesn't care. You don't really care, do you? Yeah, no, I feel you. I love smallmouth. This is so crazy. The one thing I fail to do in a lot of my videos when I'm fishing is teach you guys, tell you guys how I'm catching my fish. I never take like a brief moment, I never take a deep breath and just think, all right, here we go. I'm gonna share with you guys how I'm catching these fish. So I'm gonna do that just now. You guys know it, we're fishing this beautiful creek in Arkansas. Waterfalls, riffles, it's got the whole 9 yards. When I'm on creeks like this, not just the ones in Arkansas, but on creeks like this, I like to pack super light. I've got usually a backpack on me. I've got one rod. The rod I use a ton for creek fishing is the rigged Phantom Favorite. It's a 7.3 rod. It's a 2-piece stick too, so if I'm going through the woods, I can break the rod down, put it in my bag, and then hike through some really thick stuff. In a more detailed sense, this is usually what I bring with me. I've got a little tiny box. This has most of my creek essentials. I really like to fish Ned rigs when I'm on creeks. So I've got my jig heads right here, my Ned rig worms, and then I've also got some really small swim baits that I like to toss to if I'm fishing some faster moving water, just like what we got right in front of me. I always keep like spare reels with me too. I don't know why there's a casting reel in there, but there is. Along with that, I try to bring like maximum 10 packs of soft plastics. Got some drag and drops. These are smallie killers, especially in the creeky areas. Also got some slim shakes too, in case I fish some deeper stuff and I find the fish a little more aggressive. Extra swim baits. In here I also pack a knife, just, you know, in case I run across a chupacabra. Some flukes. Flukes are really good for creeks as well. So there you have it. That's kind of what I pack with me when I go on these creeks. Recently, I've been catching an absolute butt ton, like a booty ton, on this little bait right here. This is the money ticket. It's so stupid and so simple, I know, but it cranks them. And paired with that, I'm also throwing the drag and drop too. This actually works really well on a Ned rig jig head. A lot of people have been drop shot fishing them, which is great. It catches a lot of fish that way, but just on a little tiny jig head, gets it done. So I think now that I'm finished explaining that, us guys are gonna go back over that waterfall and probably head back to the car since we fished all the water we fished.